And welcome back to Stevenson Field. 30 minutes on the clock here for the start of the first half. The Bears and Crusaders. Brown looking for win number 4 on the season and their 17th all-time victory over Holy Cross. Bears also trying to snap a one-game losing streak as that began on Saturday at the hands of the Penn Quakers. Holy Cross trying to get their first win streak of the season, coming off the dramatic 12-11 triple overtime victory in their Patriot League opener. And the Bears, after falling in their Ivy opener, have a chance to even things up this weekend against Yale. But here we go, opening draw. Bears and Crusaders. The Bears in their home whites. The brown numerals, a little bit of red trim there as well. Holy Cross, the road purple, white numerals. Holy Cross going from left to right across your screen in the opening half. Bears from right to left. Bears win the opening draw, and we are underway. Abby Bunting across the restraining line and in towards the 12. Now we'll back it out. Swings it over across for Hudgens. She'll continue to hold. Hudgens putting it on the turf, though, and the ground ball is going to be picked up by the Crusaders. And it looked like Sophia Agostinelli able to get the job done and pick up the ground ball. First turnover of the day on the Bears. Really unforced as Hudgens just kind of lost it. Back the other way now come the Crusaders, trying for their first clear of the day. Drollinger has to turn it all the way back for Agostinelli. She'll flip it to the far side for Furman. Good ride here out of the Bears. Ball on the turf. And it's going to be scooped up by Bree Irons, the freshman out of Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Irons across midfield. Will turn it back, survey the scene, and drop it all the way back for O'Brien. Making O'Brien now will turn it back around. Has a little bit of light pressure here out of the Crusaders. Roddy now with it for the Bears. Coming off a 9-save performance against Penn and really kept the Bears in it at times. Long outlet pass. Mishandled at first, but eventually reeled in. Across the restraining line now is Hudgens. Hudgens able to dip around the defender. Turns it back at the 8. Trying to break the double team. That one's knocked out of her stick by Drollinger. And in transition now come the Crusaders. They launch it all the way up for McKay. McKay to the far side. Racing in. Martino. Sealed off nicely by the Bears, but what a spin move and then a save. Shut on the doorstep. Concilio had the chance. She had the game winner in triple overtime, but was stoned that time by Kelly Roddy, and the Bears now able to complete the clear. Carrie-Ann Hunt now across for Walsh. Walsh inside the 8. Now will drop it behind the net for Una Herr. Herr already 8 goals on the season, tied for the team leading goals with Toy and Guion. As the Bears will slow things down. Walsh will back it out on the far side. Trying to direct traffic with a couple of head movements. Holy Cross content to let the Bears work far out on the perimeter. Here's Bunting now racing towards the 8. Got sealed off. In from close range. Toy able to find the back of the net. Getting a small piece of it was Boyle. But the Bears take an early 1-0 lead thanks to Lauren Toy. For Toy, that's her 9th goal of the season. Time of the goal is going to be 2:32 of the first half. The Bears able to work it inside that time. Toy on the doorstep, able to shake and bake past her defender. And now Toy, the team leader in goals after getting shut out against Penn on Saturday. 3 Bears did strike twice against the Quakers. It was Guion, Hudgens, and Herr. Walsh adding the 7th tally for the Bears in that one, as again Toy held off the scoreboard against the Quakers, but getting on the board here early on against Holy Cross. So we get set now for the second draw of the game. The Bears were outstanding on the draws against Penn. Won 13 out of 18 against what was the top draw specializing team in the nation coming into that game. Cross will win it this time as they swing it across for Giorgio. Ball on the turf, foul on the Bears. I'm going to call Carrie-Ann Hunt, the sophomore out of Alamo, California, for that one. Quick restart here for the Crusaders. Far side, it's worked by Martino. She'll hold up. There's a couple cutters head towards the arc. Slowly trotting across now, Concilio. She's picked up by DeBona. Check that's Laura Ryan, one of their captains. All the way to the far side it goes. Martino And it's wheeled around by Concilio. Across now for Laura Ryan. And a push on the Bears. Bree Irons. Right on the corner of the 8. Just outside the 8 meter that time. It swung all the way back out up top. Racing in is Giorgio, trying to find the shooting seam, but held off nicely by DeBona. Giorgio wheels back to the near side. Trying to find someone to outlet to, but good close defense here by DeBona. Trying to wheel around the cage from behind, but has to drop it all the way back up top for Martino. Martino works her way towards the 8, now dishes back outside. Ryan trying to find the space to shoot. Turns it over for Ward. Ward. And we're going to have another foul on the Bears. This one's going to go against Corellis or O'Brien. They're going to send O'Brien behind Ward. Free position attempt now for the Crusaders. Ward 1 for 2 on the season. The quick dish and then the save by Kelly Roddy again. 2 point-blank saves for Roddy in the opening 5 minutes today, as the Bears hold a 1-0 lead. Hunt trying to get across midfield, put it on the turf, ball loose, and finds its way into the stick of DeBona. She'll drop it back for Roddy. Roddy now will casually await somebody to get open. Not a ton of movement right now out of the Bears. She'll go with a short pass for Corellis. Corellis will try to dish it up top now for Hunt. And on the far side, the Bears finally complete the clear through DeBona. Her now sets up and drops it back. Walsh now. Walsh will go all the way towards the sideline on that far side as the Bears get the right personnel out there. Now they'll send Bunting towards her. Everybody else on the other side of the field. Walsh now trying to race in, looking for Toy on the doorstep again. And Toy doing an excellent job of finding that space. A little soft spot in the defense of the Crusaders. And all of a sudden, Toy's got 2 goals early on, and the Bears enjoying a 2-0 lead as we are 5:21 into the first half. Lauren Toy with both goals. Number 10 on the year for Lauren Toy, the junior out of Kentfield, California. Bunting picking up an assist on that one as well. So the Bears kind of lulling the Crusaders to sleep a little bit, as we've seen it now. Walsh setting up on that far side, and they quickly drop it in towards the center of the 8, where Toy has been able to convert twice. Brings us to another draw now. Doing battle this time, it'll be Giorgio and Toy. Official placing that ball. And here we go, ball up. Still loose on the turf. We're going to have a whistle against the Bears. We'll see who they're going to call it on. Perhaps Walsh. Hard to tell, but either way, Giorgio gets it restarted. And now the Crusaders work it to the near side for Johnson. Johnson has to peel back after the double team. Swings it for Agostinelli. And now all the way to the far side. Racing ahead was Jersey Burns. Burns able to scoop it up again, pressured by Hudgens. Ball loose again, but ground ball to Agostinelli. Trying to break it towards midfield, gets it over for Ward. And across the restraining line for Ryan. Ryan, little pivot, the shot and the score. Laura Ryan, showing why she was Patriot League's second team a season ago. Picks up the first goal of the day for the Crusaders. 13th of the season for Ryan. And that one comes at 6:14 of the first half. Ryan last week in 2 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, earning Patriot League Player of the Week honors. One of the senior captains for the Crusaders. Able to make it a 1-goal game here with 23:46 left in the first half. Was able to find that little space just above the left shoulder of Kelly Roddy after a nice little spin move to elude the defender. So again, we reset here for another draw. Giorgio and Toy. Crusaders have won the last two. Ball up towards the Bears' end of the field. Loose, and DeBona got it. And they are going to get a foul against the Crusaders. And it looks like it's going to go against Martino. So a win there for the Bears. DeBona swings it across to the far side for O'Brien. She'll race it across towards midfield. Trying to dance around Russert, and she does. Into the attacking zone, all the way down. Trying to drop it back that time for Natalie Fox. She puts it on the turf, and scooping up the ground ball was Jersey Burns. Crusaders now on the counter. Up ahead it comes. Furman. Centrally across for Russert. Trying to get around Dahl. Irons also trying to strip it, and she does. Able to walk the tightrope on the sideline. Bears in transition now. Loose ball is going to be scooped up by Nisi. Nisi has Fox to her right. Nisi right down the middle, still with Fox to her right, but overshoots her a little bit too much behind that pass. Bears got a little excited there. Tough pass to handle for Fox. Another turnover for the Bears. Crusaders on the clear attempt. Here comes Giorgio, and that takes care of that clear attempt. She'll back it out now for Ryan. Ryan will play catch with Russert. And over to the near side it comes. Here's Ward. Back up top, Russert. Holy Cross keeping it on the perimeter for now. Challenging on the far side there was Giorgio. Now up top, Russert. Bears content to let him play this far away from the goal. As the Crusaders looking for the equalizer. Martino. Met by DeBona. Now works from behind the net. Pass over for Ryan. Has some space. The shot just over the crossbar. Bears lost track of perhaps the most dangerous Crusader for a second. She nearly made them pay, but fortunately sending it over the crossbar by a couple inches. Spin move trying to work inside was McKay. Drops it out now for Ward. Ward trying to dodge past her defender, and we get a bit of a touch foul that time on Sarah Bell. Just as Ward was making her way past the 12-meter arc. So right in between the 12 and the 8 for Maddie Ward, the sophomore out of Norwell, Mass. To the far side it goes Ryan. Ryan was in the shooting position for a second, but decided to flip it back outside for Russert, and around it comes now for Ward. Ward trying to get the jump on DeBona. Wide open, and doesn't get much easier than that for Caitlin Concilio. Bears completely losing track of Concilio there. She's able to pick up goal number 8 on the season and tie things up at 2 goals apiece. 9:19 into the first half. So the Bears jumped out to a 2-0 lead since then. Holy Cross able to even things up. Last season was a relatively close affair. The Bears holding on for a 9-6 victory. That one on the road up at Holy Cross. And so far, another tight one here to begin this first half. Nearly a third of the way in. We're all leaving up at 2. Toy and Giorgio will line it up again for the draw. Pop nearly straight up. They're going to say some early movement on Giorgio. So the violation against Giorgio gives it to the Bears. Toy will take over at midfield. Toy now will race it across into the attacking third. She'll set up on the far side. Now, before we'd seen Walsh set up on that far side, and Toy would drop into the middle. See what the Bears come up with this time. Toy continuing to hold. Bears have scored twice by doing this already. Inside Hudgens, pretty good opportunity, and she finishes. Able to drop it in over Boyle. So Marissa Hudgens picks up her 7th of the season. fairly easy conversion for her that time as she was able to elude the Holy Cross defense. So Hudgens, 7th of the season, gives the lead back to the Bears at exactly 10 minutes in to the first half. Toy picks up an assist, so interesting watching the Bears set up their offense from that far side and get a little bit of motion and find someone inside the 8. This time it was Hudgens. And she was able to convert with a perfectly placed shot over the shoulder of Katie Boyle and just underneath the crossbar. Giorgio and Toy again on the draw. And away we go. That one just over the stick of DeBona. Takes a carom towards midfield and then a cross. Ball still loose. And it's Nisi finally picking it up before she's checked by one of the Crusaders. The ball came loose, but it will stay with the Bears after the foul. Nisi will bring it up into the attacking third and collides that time with Giorgio. She was trying to split Giorgio and Furman. Again, it stays with Nisi and the Bears. She'll drop it over now for Hudgens. So Hudgens will set up now on the far side. Up top, Nisi. The Bears starting these attacks from well outside the 12. This time they work the near side of the field. Racing around is Lindsay Repp, one of the quicker players for the Bears. Hudgens now up top. Met by a double team, now finds her, spins out of trouble, nearly into a double team, puts it on the turf, and still loose and finally picked up by Ryan. She'll drop it to Katie Boyle, and the Crusaders will go on the counter. They'll race to clear up the near side through Anna Johnson. Johnson having to turn back thanks to a double team, but spins out of trouble. Crossfield pass secured by Ryan. She'll race it up ahead and complete the clear. Ryan now picked up this time by Natalie Fox, and she'll reset the offense for the Crusaders. Giorgio runs into a double team, has to take it back towards the near sideline, trying to outrun the double team, gets past both defenders. Did not have anyone to pass it to, and a good slide there by Jillian Lee to prevent any further damage. All the way up top and too high over the stick of Ryan. Tried to climb the ladder that time, but well out of her reach. It'll be Brown ball on the far side. Bringing it in will be Molly Lane as they've lost the ball in the snowpack. Got to say that's the first time I've had to say that ever since working these games here at Stevenson Field. Of course, a mountain of snow, as you could see in the background there, probably about 10 to 12 feet high. As there's obviously been record snow here in Providence this winter. So the Bears go back to work offensively. They were looking for Nisi, but that one picked out of the air. Looked to be Elizabeth Furman. And then the Bears whistled for the foul. So they were looking for Nisi inside the 8, but Furman able to just pick it off cleanly. She'll restart now for the Crusaders. Across it goes. Burns. She'll race it across midfield past her. Burns continues to hold, now decides to reverse course and send it all the way back for Agostinelli. She's going to be met by Walsh. Agostinelli still continuing to bring it back as Holy Cross has yet to enter the offensive third. Ball loose, her scoops it up. Bears going to have a chance for a break, but her turns it over. Her pass picked up by Russert. Tough break for the Bears as they could have got something going in transition that time, but an untimely turnover leads to another Holy Cross possession now as they look for the equalizer once again. Ryan met by Bunting this time. Looking inside, getting pretty good position. A shot and a save. Kate Martino robbed again. As Kelly Roddy continues to impress early on. Irons running through 4 defenders. got bumped and lost the ball, but a foul on the Crusaders. Looks like they'll charge it to Warwick. Irons now across the restraining line, completes the clear for the Bears. Spinning back is Dahl. That's Emma Dahl, one of the two Dahl sisters out of Wynwood, Pennsylvania. Hudgens, all by herself now, has Rep behind her, but goes over to her right to Nisi. Nisi will hold. Nisi now challenged a little bit here by the Crusaders. Looks like Burns trying to force the action here as we're reaching the midpoint of the first half. Ball put on the turf again, and another turnover. Coming up with it this time, Elizabeth Furman again. She'll swing it to the near side for Johnson. Johnson now quickly ahead. Tough low pass, unable to be handled by Drollinger, and scooting away with it is Megan O'Brien. So the Bears, who average about 15.5 ground balls per game, certainly done well in that department already early on here today. Walsh trying to get past Ryan, has it knocked away. Ryan, who leads the Crusaders in cause turnovers, gets another one there. And Holy Cross back on the attack. Agostinelli trying to race past Rep. Long strides, now pops it over for Johnson. Eludes one defender. Spins away from two more. And is able to get it to Russert. Stick check there by the Bears. As knocking it away was Corellis, so Corellis picks up the cause turnover. Bunting, the recipient of the ground ball on the far side. 14 minutes to go. Bunting will keep it going towards the net and puts it on the turf. And another ball on the turf there, this time scooped up by Walsh. And Keely McDonald wants to talk things over, things getting a little helter-skelter for her liking. We'll step aside as well with the Bears up 3-2 right here on Brown Bears TV and the Ivy League Digital Network.
At Brown University, we know the one thing it takes to win. Shop at Office Depot and OfficeMax for all your school needs this year. We're talking tech, like the latest notebooks and tablets for working on the go. And listen to this, they've got the hottest headphones on the planet too. Need supplies? Count on Office Depot and OfficeMax for the must-haves, including ink, toner, and paper. Copying and printing? They've got it covered by a team that can turn out A-plus posters, banners, flyers, presentations, along with custom products like jump drives, shirts, mugs, and hats. Plus, Office Depot and OfficeMax have your dorm room covered wall to wall with everything from coffee makers and calculators to fridges and first aid kits. And best of all, you can find it all in-store and online at prices that won't take you out of the game. Office Depot and OfficeMax, proud to be the official office product suppliers of Brown University Athletics.
Flatbread Company on Thayer Street invites you down to enjoy wood-fired pizzas baked in our primitive clay ovens. We're proud to offer real food served by real people. And by choosing Flatbread Company, you can help us support local farmers and the greater Providence community. Dine in our spacious dining room, take out, delivery, or take and bake. Flatbread Company is proud to partner with Brown Athletics. Brown Bears love flatbread. Baking daily from 11:30 a.m. behind CVS on Thayer Street.
The Brown Alumni Association. No matter when you graduated, the Brown Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Brown, and their programs keep you connected to Brown. Programs like faculty lectures and other events sponsored by your local Brown Club or BrewNet, Brown's online alumni career networking community. To find out more, just visit Brown's website and click on the keyword alumni. The Brown Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Brown and proud supporters of Brown University Athletics.
The Providence Biltmore has 294 guest rooms, all with cityscape views and king-size beds. Guests will enjoy our full-service spa, McCormick and Schmick.
And welcome back to Stevenson Field, where the Bears on top 3-2 here with 13:49 left in the first half. Keely McDonald calling timeout to talk things over. And very hectic day in the sports world, of course, if you're a fan of the NFL. Free agents allowed to sign starting at 4 o'clock today, so it's been wild out there online and all over the place. But good news for Brown own James Devlin, who's re-signed with the New England Patriots. After picking up a Super Bowl ring just about a month ago, they've picked up the option on his contract, so he will be back in New England this coming season. So here we go, back to action here at Stevenson. The Bears still on the attack, looking to strike for their 4th tally of the day. Far side, it is, I think it's Walsh and Bunting playing catch as they set up all the way back there. Walsh now charging in. And the shooting space violation has got to be as she raced in through the 8. We'll see where they position her. Should be a free position coming up here for Rochelle Walsh. 0 for 1 on the season on these opportunities. She faces Katie Boyle. Walsh did have 1 goal against Penn on Saturday afternoon. Tries to go low and looked like Boyle maybe got a piece of it or it hit the post. Either hit her foot or the post there, but either way, stays out of the net. So Walsh now 0 for 2 on free positions for the season. But the Bears maintain possession here on that far side. Walsh and Bunting, the lone Bears on that side of the field. Walsh works her way inside again and will have another crack at Katie Boyle. The free position attempt just off center here. See if she has enough time to get the shot off. Giorgio pretty close, and this time Boyle comes up with a clean save. Ball still loose. Bunting comes away with it, had it checked away. Still loose on the far side. Who's going to get it? It's going to be the Crusaders. I think that might be Furman. Furman was the player that came away with it for Holy Cross, and they'll go back to work now still in search of that 3rd goal of the game. Across it comes now, Maddie Warwick. Over to the near side, Maddie Ward. Skip pass over for Giorgio. And Giorgio met by Jillian Lee. Far side's going to be held there by Russert, one of the senior co-captains for the Crusaders, trying to get around DeBona. Across the 12, and now drops it behind the net. We're all alone. I believe it's McKay. McKay trying to roll. Now has to go back behind the cage. Looking for the cutters in front, but holding on. And finally dishing back outside for Russert. Quick pass that time for Warwick. She's met by Lee. Bears doing a nice job here, not allowing really any space to shoot. Giorgio back behind the net. Concilio that time trying to get around her defender. They're going to place her goal line extended. So Concilio, the hero, against Colgate in their Patriot League opener in triple overtime. Crusaders continue to work that perimeter. This time charging hard right towards the goal, not to be denied. Kate Martino. She just ran past everyone that time. Martino on the season now with 6. And that equalizer comes at 18:57 of the first half. Just over 9 minutes from the last time the Crusaders scored. Really about 9 minutes since anybody has scored. The Bears had scored at 10 minutes even into this first half for their 3rd tally. So another draw with Giorgio and Toy. 2 different goal scorers for the Bears, 3 for the Crusaders. It's Toy and Hudgens for Brown, Ryan, Concilio, and Martino for Holy Cross so far. That one bouncing around, ping-ponging off multiple players, and finally a foul on Holy Cross. So it will go to the Bears. I think they're going to say Martino perhaps a little too aggressive that time and challenging for the ground ball. Bears will race it ahead quickly this time. Bell will drop it over to the far side now. play, which we've seen quite a bit here today, where the Bears just stand on the far sideline for a couple seconds and get a couple players in motion. Here's Hudgens near the 12. Now dishes outside for Toy. Toy trying to get the drop on her defender. Puts it off the pipe. Was able to beat Boyle, but caught the iron again. Ball still loose. Nisi got bumped out of the way. And the ground ball collected by Agostinelli. And away with it come the Crusaders towards midfield. Here's Furman. Furman, as they complete the clear through Margie Smith. She waits for reinforcements and now gets it over to Warwick. All the way to the near side now for Ryan. Had the first goal of the day for Holy Cross. Ryan trying to dance past Hunt. To the outside now, Smith. And we're going to have a foul on the Bears. Getting whistled that time. Sarah Bell, the sophomore out of Pittsburgh. Free position now for Smith. Off the corner of the 8, tries to barrel her way in, but had to give it up for McKay. McKay trying to roll the near side of the crease, spins back, met by a double team. Chased all the way to the near sideline. DeBona trying to knock it away, but was able to get it over to Warwick. All the way to the far side now. Ryan dodging past everybody, gets in close, but lost it at the last second, probably because she got whacked in the head. And that's going to set up a free position for Laura Ryan. This one will probably be dead center of the 8 with 9:01 remaining. Ryan on the season, 4 of 6 on free position attempts. Bears going to need a big save here from Roddy. And they can't get it as Ryan able to drop it in low. Held on just enough to fake out Roddy. So Ryan picks up goal number 14 on the season, her second of the game, and the first lead of the day for Ryan. And it comes at 21:01. So the Bears finding themselves down to the Crusaders for the first time this afternoon after Laura Ryan drops in her second goal of the day. The Bears just looking a little bit out of sync here. More turnovers than we would expect in the first half. Bears already in double-digit turnovers for the game on the season coming in, averaging under 13. And this time they're going to switch things up on the draw for the Crusaders. They're going to put Laura Ryan out there against Toy. Up until this point, it had been Avery Giorgio for the Crusaders. Ball placed, and we are ready to roll here. It's up, and Toy had it for a moment and lost her stick and her footing. And after it looked like coming in with a little bit of a push was Agostinelli. So it will resume with Toy just on the Holy Cross side of midfield. Here come the Bears. Bell loops it over for Toy. Toy now will set up shop on the near side. Burns trying to make things interesting. We haven't really seen that kind of pressure, but I think Burns had sensed that Toy was a little too comfortable out there. She finally swings it over for Emma Dahl. Dahl will be left alone well outside the 12. Now she'll race towards the 12. Trying to find a little bit of a seam, but it's turned away by Johnson. Outside now for Hudgens. Hudgens trying to get up ahead of steam, drops it behind the net for her. Trying to roll that near side of the crease, but is turned away by Agostinelli. Looking for some cutters, but so far, her will continue to hold. This time, Agostinelli goes to challenge, and now leaves her alone. Her now got the step. Trying to get off that shot, but a good slide by the Holy Cross defense. Jersey Burns doing a nice job of getting in the way of her. She has to give it up. Fake pass on the side there. And the long pass could result in another turnover, but getting there for the Bears was Corellis, and somehow able to keep possession for Brown. Heads up play there by Julia Corellis, a senior out of Middletown, Rhode Island. Down to 7 minutes left here in the first half. Bears down 1. Bears have led multiple times in this game, but Holy Cross fighting all the way back and then some. Her from behind the net. The Bears struggling to find any kind of shooting space, and again, they turn it over. Ryan's going to race it ahead all by herself. Holy Cross with numbers. Basically attacking 5-on-4. Here's Smith. The spin, the shot. Roddy got a piece of it. Roddy again coming up huge for the Bears, but Holy Cross able to get to the loose ball. Padalita was able to get to it for the Crusaders and salvage the possession with about 6:15 left here in the first half. Smith, far side. Drops it up top where Ryan is waiting to catch her breath. Ryan, reigning Patriot League Player of the Week, already has 2. The quick shot that time from Martino. Little backhand as she was falling to the ground, but Roddy, another save. DeBona pops it across now. Lane chased down by Martino. Lane completes the clear for the Bears, and now Nisi. Nisi will leave it for Bunting, and the Bears will reset the offense, switch up personnel. Dahl out there to Bunting's left. Walsh to her right, and now Rep also joining the attack. Bears in search of the equalizer here with about 5:15 left in the first half. Rep up top. Here's Dahl. Dahl peels back at the 8. Now drops it across for Nisi. Nisi from behind the net. Trying to find a cutter. She's met, though, by Agostinelli. Nisi just trying to outrun her. Pushed down to the ground. No call. Nisi, they're going to say, just tripped of her own accord, but certainly looked like a little bit of a push there from Agostinelli. So another turnover for the Bears. A half in which they've struggled mightily to just keep possession of the ball. Properly timed check that time, though. Toy in some trouble and had it hacked away herself as she ran into a double team. Maddie Ward checking it away with just over 4 minutes left. Long outlet pass to Ryan, always a safe choice for the Crusaders. She'll race it up ahead towards the 12, now decides to peel back with 4 minutes to go. To the near side it comes, Maddie Ward. Ward puts it on the turf and then gets called for the foul as well. Bunting had come away from the pack with it. Now they're going to move her back a couple feet. So we'll see what the Bears could do here. Final 3 minutes and change of the first half, down by 1. The Bears, who had come into this one averaging over 11 goals per game, have only put up 3 thus far. Carrie Ann Hunt completes the clear for the Bears. Wide open in front. Toy, the shot. Save made. Boyle able to come up with it as Toy might have telegraphed that one a little bit too much. Boyle seemed ready, was able to get the stick low and make the save. And they're going to say last touched by the Bears. So it'll be Holy Cross ball. Agostinelli loops it up across. Johnson now puts it on the turf. Walsh fighting for it, gets hacked down. Anna Johnson pushing from behind. The referee is calling time for a moment to talk things over. As time continues to tick away here, about 2.5 to go, first half. Bears trying to tie things up here before the break. Walsh races past a double team. From behind the net, tries to spin around, falls to the ground, loses it. Drollinger comes away with it. And she's turned back by Hudgens. Drollinger now to the near side for Agostinelli. Across it comes into the stick of Moran. She'll loop it over for Ryan. And the clear will be completed by Laura Ryan with 2 minutes to go. Ryan will hold now. Dishes off for Russert. And back for Ryan. So the co-captains play catch. And now she's met by Corellis. To the near side, it comes over for Martino. Bears extending the defense a little bit more. But Smith able to find a slight seam for a moment. Puts it on the ground. Corellis trying to keep it alive for the Bears. DeBona there as well. Ball still loose. DeBona finally comes away with it. Takes a couple of hits. Dodges past Martino. What a move by DeBona. In the open field. DeBona across midfield. And the clear completed by Irons. Irons now on the run. Past the 12, past the 8, and now she'll back it behind the net. Shot and a score that time, and she was able to find Toy. Toy now with the first half hat trick, 11th of the season for Lauren Toy. Comes at a very good time for the Bears, who have now evened things up with just 1:06 left in half number 1. 28-54 breaks nearly a 19-minute scoreless streak for the Bears. Their last goal coming at 10 minutes. Irons will pick up the assist on the play. Credit DeBona, though, for really getting that play started. Came up with the ground ball and raced past a couple of Crusaders before dishing it up to Irons. And then Toy there with the finish as she was able to beat Boyle for the 3rd time today. So kind of a crucial draw coming up now for both teams. Knotted up at 4. It'll be Toy and Ryan. Both have had a heavy hand in this game thus far. Toy with the hat trick, Ryan with 2. .106 left here in the first half. And ball nearly collected by Toy, but DeBona there for the Bears. Had it, lost it, and nearly got it back. Instead, it's Nisi for the Bears. Ahead for Toy. Toy leading the break now. Has Bunting to her right. Finds her. Her the shot, and that one saved or either off the post. Hard to tell, but either way, it'll stay with the Bears. Under a minute to go. The Bears nearly had the go-ahead goal. Would love to take some extra momentum into the break here at Stevenson. 35 seconds left. Toy just continues to hold. Looks to the bench for some signs from Keely McDonald, and now the Bears will get the ball moving. Becca Dahl with Bunting to her right, Toy to her left. Will head towards Bunting. Bunting now down the 15. Turns back at the 12. Bears are going to have to hurry here. Bunting on the perimeter, trying to get around Drollinger inside the 8. And they're going to get the Bears for a charge. Questionable at best that time, but Bunting was trying to back in through a double team, and with 7 seconds left, got called for the charge. Martino will have the last-ditch effort, and that will do it for the half as we head into the break. Knotted up at 4. Both teams have held leads throughout the half. Bears led by as many as 2. Holy Cross by just 1. With 30 minutes in the books and nothing decided. Time for a timeout. Here at Stevenson, we'll be back with the Coca-Cola Halftime Show right here on Brown Bears TV in the Ivy League Digital Network. And welcome back to Stevenson Field. Mike Mancuso, glad you could join me on this Tuesday afternoon for the midweek non-conference tilt between the Bears and the Holy Cross Crusaders. 30 minutes in the books, 4-4 your score, and the Bears a little bit sloppy with the ball in the first half, looking to take care of business here in the second half, as that has got to be their priority. Limiting the turnovers, of which they had 15 in the first half. Again, they averaged less than 13 per game, so Bears just struggling to take care of the ball, and really Holy Cross hasn't done too many crazy things defensively. We saw an amazing pen defense on Saturday afternoon here, one of the best we've seen in a while, and the Bears just simply too many unforced errors here this afternoon. However, they find themselves knotted up at 4-4. So the Bears in this half will be moving from left to right, Holy Cross from right to left. And we are underway. Alyssa DeBona, another draw control for the Bears, led the team with 15 coming into today's contest. And the Bears continue to dominate on the draws in the first half. 7 of 9. So the Bears now at 80% on the day as they continue to impress. Came in at winning 56% of their draws. That number will certainly go up as the Bears now set up shop on the attack. Here's Lindsay Rep on the near side. Rep will be given free range to roam. Now hands off for Bunting. Cutters on the far side trying to work their way in. Bunting, little fake pass for Rep. Has a little bit of space to work with near the 12. But she's sealed off by Drollinger. Bunting now. Outside for Toy. Toy. Into the 8 now, gets it over for her off the side of the net. And Boyle, the heads-up play to get to the ground ball. So her with a pretty good opportunity there for the Bears, but hit the side of the net. Ryan puts it on the ground, but is able to scoop it back up. Just about a minute gone here in the second half. And Holy Cross will drop it all the way back now for Agostinelli. And she'll reset for the Crusaders. Tough pass, though. Unable to handle it. A little low for Drollinger. Bunting there for the Bears. Bears have numbers if they can hurry. Bunting now charging ahead. Has her to her left. Decides to give it to Walsh. And Walsh is stoned on the doorstep by Boyle. And we're going to have a foul against Agostinelli, as Walsh was trying to convert from close range that time. Looked like her might have had the better angle, but they went for Walsh. Boyle up to the task. So now another free position here for Walsh from the right side of the 8. Walsh charges in and deposits it right in the back of the net, able to get it over the hip of Boyle, and the Bears retake the lead on Walsh's 5th goal of the season. And for Walsh, that's her first free position goal of the year. Comes at 1:46 of the second half. Again, goal number 5 on the year, first on the free position, and Walsh has given the Bears a 5-4 lead early on here in the second half. Walsh able to get in very close that time and held it without telegraphing any kind of shot, and then just went right over the hip of Boyle to retake the lead here for the Bears. See if the Bears can get a little bit of momentum moving in the right direction, pick up a couple of quick goals, and get a little separation from this pesky Crusader squad. Ball popped up, and that time it's Toy winning it cleanly. Drops it back for DeBona, and DeBona able to hold on, but barely. Now leaves it over for Hunt. She spins it back for O'Brien. O'Brien now alone on the far side, cuts back towards the middle. Looking for some support. Decides to drop it back all the way for Corellis. Corellis now will move towards the near side. Double team in action here by the Crusaders ride. She drops it back for Roddy. Roddy will loop it all the way to the far side where it's collected by Lane. Lane now races right past Concilio and now runs into Ryan. Skips it over Hudgens into the stick of Rep. Rep now with some speed past the 12, past the 8, inside Walsh, the low shot, and a score. Rochelle Walsh, back-to-back goals for the Bears. Number 5 and 6 on the year, and the Bears extend their lead to 2. 2 minutes and 42 seconds in. Less than a minute between goals for Rochelle Walsh. Nice little fake at the tail end of the play by Walsh. and then able to beat Boyle low on the play. So the Bears now with 3 straight goals. They were down by 1 at 4-3. And have responded with 3 unanswered goals, 2 here in the second half to open the second stanza. It's 2:42 in. And the Bears again could attribute a lot of their success today to their play on the draws. They've won 9 of 11. Here's Toy versus Laura Ryan. We saw this matchup a lot in the first half. And the Bears trying to control another draw, and it's DeBona. DeBona has been outstanding on draws this season. Team leader for the Bears. Long pass. Rep has it bounce off her stomach and is able to get to the ground ball. Leaves it back now for O'Brien. Molly Lane now will race it up ahead across the restraining line. The Bears back in business offensively here. Bunting just outside the 12. Will slowly walk it ahead. Had Dahl to her right. Now we'll take it in across and work from the goal line extended right at the corner of the 12. Again, we've seen the Bears execute this a couple of times. Just the stand still and a race in. Bunting pushed aside by Ryan, but now drops it back up top for Rep. Rep racing past one defender. Gets sealed off by Ryan up high. Her able to climb the ladder and scoop that pass. Here's Walsh. Hot hand here in the second half, and she's just earned another free position as the shooting space violated that time by Furman. So Walsh, can she get the natural hat trick here? No, that one's going to be defended by Laura Ryan from behind. Wound up in the stick of Boyle. There's a good defensive check there from Ryan coming from behind. Drollinger completes the clear up ahead for McKay. She has to peel all the way back, puts it on the ground. And a tough challenge there, but no call as Lane able to force the turnover. Lane now ahead for her. Bears with plenty of numbers if they hurry. Her trying to get around Agostinelli. Races down the goal line, but now has to camp out behind the net. Bears will get some reinforcements. Emma Dahl checks back in offensively. Coming off is Carrie Ann Hunt. Her now trying to get past Agostinelli. Gets her dancing from behind the net. Just about 5 minutes into the second half. Her fakes the pass. Tries to roll the crease. The shot and a score. Great fake that time by her. On the little fake pass, we've seen the Bears execute that a couple of times today. This time her able to convert. Coming over around the near side of the crease for her. That is going to be her 9th goal of the season. And the Bears have extended out to their largest lead of the day. Comes at 4:46 of half number 2. Hers first tally of the day, but 9th of the season. Came in tied with Guion and Toy for the team lead in goals through 4 games. Toy down leading the way, though, with 11. She has 2 strikes today. So we'll line it up again for Toy and Ryan, as the Bears have built themselves a little bit of a cushion here at 7-4. Ball loose again, and DeBona. DeBona having a monster game in terms of draws. Certainly has a knack for getting that little yellow sphere today. And the Bears turn it over there. It's putting it on the turf was Bree Irons. Ryan swings it across to the far side, and now the Crusaders will work it up the far side. Agostinelli out races a couple of Bears and will get into the offensive third. She'll continue to hold, being trailed here by DeBona. As they work it up top now for Avery Giorgio inside. And the shooting space violation that time on the Bears as Sarah Bell trying to slide over. As cutting in was Maddie Ward. So Ward will have the free position from the left side of the 8. Not a prime spot to shoot. We'll see what she does here. She'll peel it back. Up top it comes now for Ryan. Ryan, nice little move to dodge past her defender, but right into the stick of Roddy. Ryan keeping the shot high, Roddy reading it all the way. And Roddy having another excellent day between the pipes for the Bears. She'll slow walk it up the field as the Bears try to flash towards her. And now finally a little bit of a challenge here from McKay. The looping pass for Bell, and here come the Bears. Bell racing across midfield. Loops it over to the far side. Clear completed by the Bears. Hudgens put it on the ground for a second, but got it back. And now the Bears will set up shop on the far side. Natalie Fox with the hold. Hudgens now on the fake pass again. Fox continuing the hold. Now gets it for Hudgens, and across it comes for Nisi. Nisi trying to work towards the 8, now drops it behind. And it looks like they had checked in Riley Christopher. Now, Christopher did not play against Penn. And unfortunately, unable to hang on there. Clear on the way is Jersey Burns. Has to turn it back. Centrally, they go for Agostinelli. Across midfield. Agostinelli continues to hold it for the Crusaders, and they will complete the clear on the far side. Drollinger over for Martino. And now Russert. Russert met up by Lane. Lane keeping her on the outside. Russert nowhere to go. Now tries the roll from the near side. Unable to get the shot off. Deposits it back up top for Giorgio. Giorgio. And it's checked away. Nice job by Carrie-Ann Hunt. And the Bears in transition. Her is wide open in front of the net. Racing it ahead is Lee. Lee chased down by Ryan. Toy now. Has Hunt. Hunt right down the middle. Just couldn't get the shot off. And the Bears will have to set up a traditional offense now as they were unable to convert on the break. Not a bad thing. They'll be able to take a little bit more time off the clock as they enjoy a 3-goal lead. Becca Dahl now just holding on the far side. They'll check Sarah Peters into the offensive flow. Dahl looking inside. Shot and a save as Nisi unable to beat Boyle. Giorgio trying to outlet it out. Agostinelli. Across it comes for Furman. Her pass a little off the mark, and it's going to be scooped up eventually by Burns. Burns, a little underhand pass for Johnson. And the Crusaders clear back on the way up the field. Bit of a push that time. Walsh, easy call for the official, but stinging the hand of Giorgio. She tries to shake it out. Under 21 to play here in the second half. Crossfield pass for Agostinelli. Simply runs in to Walsh. Walsh now, 2-on-1 break with her. Walsh has her wide open on the doorstep. Save made by Boyle. Timely save by Boyle that time as her was all alone. So the Bears unable to convert the 2-on-1 break after a fantastic save from Katie Boyle. In transition now, the Crusaders run it across and complete the clear. As Ryan.
Timeout, Holy Cross.
And Holy Cross going to call timeout, and if anything, just get some of their players a rest. We'll take a timeout too. You're watching Brown Women's Lacrosse here on Brown Bears TV and the Ivy League Digital Network.
Hi, this is Chris Berman of ESPN, but I'm just as proud to say Chris Berman, Brown, class of 1977. My time at Brown was as special as any period in my life because of the school and the people. Brown, I learned to think, communicate, and appreciate. I make it my business to get back to campus at least once a year because it makes me feel great. I wish I'd saved some of my shoulder-length hair, though, because, you know what? I could use it now.
Help our great students become great athletes. Make a gift today by calling the Brown Sports Foundation at 401-863-1900.
The Providence Biltmore has 294 guest rooms, all with cityscape views and king-size beds. Guests will enjoy our full-service spa, McCormick & Schmick's seafood and steaks, Starbucks, a fitness center, valet parking, and free Wi-Fi. Downtown location steps away from shopping, dining, and the convention center. Plan an event in the rooftop grand ballroom with panoramic views of the city or on our terrace. Both perfect for weddings, meetings, and special events with world-class food and beverage service and gracious hospitality.
The Brown Alumni Association. No matter when you graduated, the Brown Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Brown, and their programs keep you connected to Brown. Programs like faculty lectures and other events sponsored by your local Brown Club or BrewNet, Brown's online alumni career networking community. To find out more, just visit Brown's website and click on the keyword alumni. The Brown Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Brown and proud supporters of Brown University Athletics.
And welcome back to Stevenson Field. 20-20 on the clock left here in the second half. The Bears on top 7-4 after rattling off 3 goals to open this second frame. Goals from Walsh and Herr for the Bears here in half number 2 as we were locked up at 4 goals apiece in the first half. Bears now up on top 7-4, but Holy Cross threatening here to find their first tally of the second half. Out of the timeout, Ryan will bring it up against Dahl. Now works from behind the net. Ryan still stared down by Dahl. And they're going to get a touch foul on Rebecca Dahl that time. As a contact initiated by Ryan. No free position. She's in between the 12 and the 8. Tried to find a spot to shoot, but decides to dish it back out top for Ward. Ward has to backtrack for Ryan again. Ryan, and now Warwick. Warwick met there by Allie Kim. Kim sends her back, and now it's Russert. Russert trying to get around Corellis. Goes behind the net, lost it, and stepped out of bounds. So nice defensive work there out of the Bears. Julia Corellis able to force her out of bounds on the end line. So the Bears will take over and have a chance for a clear. Arati will hold on for the Bears. The long looping outlet pass, that one right to the stick of Dahl. Dahl ahead now for Irons. Irons completes the clear. Leaves it near side. Across it comes for Nisi. Looks to the bench for the play. Keelan McDonald holds it up, and the Bears go to work. Sarah Peters back on the field now offensively for the Bears. Under 19 to play. Nisi will hold. Now begins her charge, working against Furman. In fact, that's Walsh. Walsh all the way across. Was looking for Peters, but Peters looked like she took her eye off the ball there. And it results in another Brown turnover. Bears' Achilles heel today has been turning the ball over, way above their season average already. Crusaders in transition. Russert for Ryan. O'Brien picks her up. Ryan. He's probably run about 5 or 6 miles already today. She's been all over the field. Martino on the inside, and they're going to get a hold against the Bears. So Kate Martino is going to have a chance. Center of the 8 on the free position. Martino already has 1 goal today. And that shot altered by the defense. I think it was Emma Dahl that might have got a piece of it. Either way, kept out of the net there. Russert was forced back. Errant pass, but the lucky break into the stick of Concilio. Concilio on the doorstep. They were trying to feed Warwick. Somehow Holy Cross comes away with it again. Or Ryan will reset on the near side. Ryan now begins her run. met by Lee. Ryan continues to move those wheels. Around 1-2, two defenders crash into each other. Russert dropped it in. Bears might have got away with one inside. Here's Martino. Dips in, now dips out, leaves it for Ward. Ward in close, save made by Roddy. Ball still loose. Hunt able to scoop it up and get it to Roddy. So Roddy comes up with another timely save here in the second half, as we are under 17 to play now in the second frame. Crossfield pass to Bona. She'll race it up the field, finds Hudgens. Clear completed for the Bears. Hudgens past Agostinelli. Past Warwick, and now gives it up for Walsh. Walsh and Nisi. Will hold on the far side. Around it goes now for Hudgens. Her checking back in offensively as well. Rep with it. Rep on the near side, trying to draw the defense out. Finds Hudgens once again. 16 and change left. Hudgens, who already has one today, finds Rep. Now her from behind the net. Matched up against Agostinelli. Her will simply hold here as Holy Cross electing to just let her walk around behind the cage. Nisi looking for Hudgens to cut her. Decides the hold. Again, the Bears slowly trying to draw this defense out. Holy Cross not biting. Rep near the restraining line. This time challenged a little bit by Warwick. Rep continues to hold and now gives it up to her. Her. Attacking towards the net. Working behind the cage again. Perhaps looking for a cutter this time. She's going to be challenged by Warwick. Her, the outlet now for Hudgens. Past the midway point of the second half, under 15 to play. Hudgens works her way inside towards the 8, now backs it out. That's Walsh. Walsh. Continuing the hold here again for the Bears. And now up top for Nisi. Hudgens through the 8, trying to free up a little bit of space. And Nisi took a shot, able to dodge past one defender. Now gives it up for Walsh. Coming off her line momentarily there was Boyle to try to mix things up for the Crusaders defense. As Her now works behind the net. Her continuing the hold. Agostinelli will charge. Her now trying to make a move. Wild shot. And the referee saying that the Bears were able to back it up. Maybe a break there for the Bears. Looked like a couple of Crusaders close to it, but the Bears throw it away anyway. Martino now across midfield. Pass too high though. She got a little bit too excited as she was trying to connect with Tess McKay. And I think they lost the ball again in the snowpack, so they get a new one from the sideline, and they are good to go. 13:41 left in the second half. Over Hudgens, but luckily to Nisi. And the Bears are going to call timeout and talk things over, sensing that this is a fairly important possession. We'll take one as well, with the Bears on top 7-4 with 13:30 left. You're watching Brown Women's Lacrosse here on Brown Bears TV and the Ivy League Digital Network.
At Brown University, we know the one thing it takes to win. Shop at Office Depot and OfficeMax for all your school needs this year. We're talking tech, like the latest notebooks and tablets for working on the go. And listen to this, they've got the hottest headphones on the planet too. Need supplies? Count on Office Depot and OfficeMax for the must-haves, including ink, toner, and paper. Copying and printing? They've got it covered by a team that can turn out A+ posters, banners, flyers, presentations, along with custom products like jump drives, shirts, mugs, and hats. Plus, Office Depot and Office Max have your dorm room covered wall to wall with everything from coffee makers and calculators to fridges and first aid kits. And best of all, you can find it all in-store and online at prices that won't take you out of the game. Office Depot and Office Max, proud to be the official office product suppliers of Brown University Athletics.
The Providence Biltmore has 294 guest rooms, all with cityscape views and king-size beds. Guests will enjoy our full-service spa, McCormick & Schmick's seafood and steaks, Starbucks, a fitness center, valet parking, and free Wi-Fi. Downtown location steps away from shopping, dining, and the convention center. Plan an event in the rooftop grand ballroom with panoramic views of the city or on our terrace. Both perfect for weddings, meetings, and special events with world-class food and beverage service and gracious hospitality.
And welcome back to Stevenson Field. Mike Mancuso, glad you could join me this Tuesday afternoon. The Bears on top, 7-4, with 13 and a half remaining in the second half. Bears on the attack once again here, where they have outscored the Crusaders 3-0 here in the second frame after being deadlocked at 4 goals apiece after the first half of play. Sarah Nisi for the Bears will restart things here on the near side. Match straight up against Laura Ryan. Nisi will run it up ahead. Now drops it back for Dahl. Emma Dahl will hold and now give way to Bunting. And across it goes for Walsh. Walsh and Bunting up top near the restraining line. Errant pass that time. And a foul on Bunting after she struggled with the handle on the pass, which is a little bit high and wide, but Jersey Burns now will race it ahead for Holy Cross. And foul on the Bears. It's going to be either Bunting or Bell. And they're going to get Abby Bunting, as Burns was nearly running out of real estate there on the near sideline. So Holy Cross still looking for its first goal of the second half. Burns leaves it up top for Warwick. Warwick now for Ryan. Ryan, who had 2 tallies in the first half, runs into a double team, now gets out of it, leaving it for Russert. Russert flips it, goal line extended this time for McKay. Dances around on the outside, now leaves it up top for Warwick. Chased by DeBona. DeBona forces her outside, where it's given up to Martino. Across it comes now, Smith. Across the 12, now back outside. Trying to spin around towards the 8. And a mystery foul against the Bears. And they're going to give a free position here to Warwick. Off center towards the left. So near side of the 8 for Warwick. Her shot tipped aside by Roddy. With 11:40 left in the second half. Coming from behind the net, Concilio. And a quick one-timer. Feed from Concilio, shot from McKay. And Holy Cross has its first goal of the second half. It's McKay's first tally of the day and her 6th of the year. And it took Holy Cross 18:29 to the second half to get their first goal. Nearly 30 minutes since their last goal. But it's just a 2-goal margin now for the Bears. 7-5. See what the Bears could do now. As O'Brien a little bit shaken up coming off the field. Gingerly walking off with the trainer. Obviously, you lose the starting defender. That could alter things for the Bears here. The draw on the ground, but this time Ryan trying to keep it alive, but it's Toy coming away with it. So another draw win for the Bears. They had Walsh up ahead. Has the step on Agostinelli. And now we'll take it back behind the net for her. Bears again will be patient with it on the perimeter. Her from behind the net with Walsh. All the way back outside for Bunting. Hudgens. And another tough pass mishandled by Nisi. Wasn't a great pass at all, but Nisi might have had a chance at it. Unfortunately, another Brown turnover. Holy Cross now, a chance to make it a 1-goal game with about 10.5 to play. Moran gets it from Boyle. Runs into Rep. Bounces right off her, now chucks it over to the far side for Agostinelli. Agostinelli trying to outrace her, and she does. Gets it over for Warwick. Warwick dishes behind the goal. Martino in close, in the air, the jump shot. Kate Martino picks up her second of the day. In fancy fashion that time, goal number 7 on the season. Second of the day for Kate Martino. And we have a 1-goal game. Goal coming at 19:58 of the second half. And again, the Bears turnovers killing them here today. Another turnover taken back the other way and put behind Roddy. And Roddy, who has come up with a couple of big saves throughout the game, but it's an outstanding shot that time from Martino. See if the Bears could regroup now and take care of the ball. Lights on here at Stevenson as we have some cloud cover. A slight wind and temps probably dipping down into the high 30s now. DeBona able to track down another draw win for the Bears. Races around with it, now dumps it over for Bunting. Bunting into the attacking third. Has a full head of steam, past the 12, towards the 8, put it on the ground. Hudgens there for Brown. Has Rep to her right. Coach McDonald calls out the next play for this possession. And the Bears will go to work. Walsh. Now Rep. Dances back towards the near sideline. Extended defense here out of the Crusaders. Rep continues the run though. She gets around Furman. Nisi setting up behind the cage. Challenged right away this time by Jersey Burns. Nisi wheeling around towards the 8. Took a shot, kept going. Rep right at the top of the 8. Now gives way to Toy. Toy, who had a hat trick in the first half, held scoreless here in the second. Now dips it over to the near side for Walsh. Walsh trying to get around Ryan. Ran through a double team. As again, Holy Cross turning up the defensive pressure here with 8.5 to go. A 1-goal game. It's been close throughout. The Bears the largest lead at 3. Holy Cross led by as many as 1. That was in the first half. Nisi in close. Backed out again by the defense. Finds Bunting. Bunting with a little bit of space inside the 8. All alone. The shot and a score. Abby Bunting racing past everybody right down the middle. And a timely goal for the senior out of Wellesley, Mass. Abby Bunting with her 3rd of the season, 1st of the day, and puts the lead back at 2 for Brown. 21-48. It had been a while since the Bears had scored. Nearly 17 minutes since the last Brown tally until Bunting found the back of the net there. Could see things opening up a little bit as Holy Cross forced to pressure the Bears a little bit more on the perimeter. Looks like O'Brien still on the bench for the Bears with the trainer Her return looking unlikely at this point with 8:12 remaining. And the Bears have done a lot of their damage today on the draws. Alyssa DeBona has been an absolute draw monster out there today. Standing in at just 5'4", but certainly a knack for finding that ball today. So Toy versus Ryan here as the ball will be placed. Bears again up to a 2-goal lead. They have outscored the Crusaders 4-2 here in the second half. Ball up. And DeBona in the mix once again. Can she get it? Ball still loose, and this time it's Bunting. And Bunting dropping it back behind Corellis. All the way back for Roddy. And Roddy will have a chance for the slow walk up the field. Under 8 to go. Finds DeBona now, right at the restraining line of the Bears. And the pass handcuffing Corellis. Certainly turnovers a big part of the story here today for the Bears. Martino. Concilio, the shot and the score. So again, another turnover leading directly to a goal. Concilio, second time she strikes today. Number 9 for the season. Comes at 22:38. So 3 goals in the last 4 minutes or so for the Crusaders have got them all the way back within 1 now. And the Bears shooting themselves in the foot here today. Some tough passes resulting in untimely turnovers, and Holy Cross taking advantage. Line it up again, Toy and Ryan. Quite a while here to line this one up for the draw. And finally we're ready to go. And they're going to redo it. This clock stopped at 7:17. Bears have been hot on the draw so far today. And this time, it is Hudgens coming away with it. Had a teammate up ahead of the pack. It was Nisi open, but good defense out of the Crusaders, forcing Hudgens the other way. Again, much more aggressive defense here out of the Crusaders, down by a goal. Nisi, and now Fox. Relatively fresh legs here for Fox. Gets it over for Dahl. Dahl trying to get around Warwick. Drops in front of the goalkeeper, charge down the low shot and a score from Walsh. Walsh with a second half hat trick. Puts the Bears back up by 2. Goal number 7 on the year for Rochelle Walsh. 23:33 the time of the goal here in the second half. So Rochelle Walsh.
Number 16, Lindsay Meth. Time of the goal, 53:33.
With now 6:27 remaining in the second half. They'll line it up again for Ryan and Toy. Towards the Holy Cross side again. Hudgens in the mix, was knocked down, and the Bears will retain it. Holy Cross is trying to claim that Hudgens was falling down of her own accord, but certainly was a little bit of contact there. Another tough pass to handle. Walsh trying to scoop up the ground ball. She does. And now leaves it up top for Hudgens. Hannah Johnson trying to force the action. Gets beat by Hudgens. Hudgens dropping it in the middle, but it's picked off for a moment. At least knocked to the ground. Burns trying to get there. Burns again and has it just go off the top of her stick. Bears catch another break. 5:35 left. Amadal. Stared down by Moran. Little drop step and then tries to advance. Leaves it now for her. Her trying to get around Agostinelli. Trying to roll the crease from that far side. She'll hold and bring it back. Agostinelli forced to make a play on it, though. It's time starting to run out for Holy Cross. Her puts it on the turf. Nice job shielding by Agostinelli. Ball loose. Boyle out of the crease again. Hudgens has it. Fights her way out of danger. And timeout called by Brown with 4:41 left in the second half. So we'll take a break as well. When we return, we'll have the conclusion. Bears and Crusaders here on Brown Bears TV and the Ivy League Digital Network. And welcome back to Stevenson Field with 4:41 remaining here in the second half. The Bears nursing a 2-goal lead, 9-7 over the visiting Crusaders. Up Holy Cross Bears with possession as well. Trying to tack on one more insurance goal down the stretch. We'll see how aggressive Holy Cross gets on this possession. Keep an eye on Katie Boyle, who started to come out of the crease a little bit here in the last two possessions. Oh, tough pass again. Can she chase it down? Yes, Becca Dahl able to save the day for the Bears on that far side. Gets it back over to Hudgens. Walsh able to get the stick low for the pass. Bunting the shot and a score. Grip it and rip it for Abby Bunting. Second of the day. And gives the Bears a 3-goal margin with 4:07 remaining in the second half. So goal number 4 on the year for Abby Bunting, and makes it a more manageable 3-goal margin here. No doubt about that one. Bunting just turning it, firing it right past Boyle. Not to be denied that time was Bunting. Sets up another key draw, as it looks like they're going to put Giorgio back out there now against Toy. It really hasn't mattered who they've put out there against the Bears today on the draws. I think we've heard that the Bears are 16 of 18 on draws today. Just unbelievable numbers. That's after winning 13 of 18 against Penn. And DeBona there, and this one scooped up though by Warwick. DeBona had it for a split second, but just couldn't hold on. So Holy Cross now will try to get it going on the offensive end. Ryan races it ahead. And she's checked. I think it was Lane. And Lane will pick up the foul, giving Ryan possession just outside the 12. Working inside now is Padalita. He's going to have a free position opportunity coming up. I think they're going to give it to Irons on the penalty, or a foul, excuse me. With 3:20 left, free position attempt now for Padalita. She has not yet attempted one this season. Got in close and was able to get it past Roddy. So Padalita converts on the free position. Third goal of the season. Gives Holy Cross a little bit of life here. With just over 3 minutes remaining. 26-42 of the second half. The goal from Padalita. And the Bears holding on to a 10-8 lead now. Giorgio, Toy. Get ready for another draw. Holy Cross looking for just its third win over the Bears all time. Bears looking for their 17th over the Crusaders. Bears also looking to build some momentum before a big showdown with Yale on Saturday afternoon right here at Stevenson. The Bears with the home-heavy Ivy schedule this year. 4 of their 7 Ivy contests here at Stevenson need to take care of business. Second straight draw win for the Crusaders, but they're turned all the way back to Agostinelli. Across it comes now for Warwick. Warwick now for Martino, who had to jump up to grab that one. Martino now left it for Concilio. Concilio able to beat Roddy again, and it's a 1-goal game. Concilio's 10th of the season. She's got a hat trick on the day. And I think there's a yellow card as well on the Bears. Not exactly what the Bears are looking for down the stretch here. Had a 3-goal lead about 20 seconds ago. Walsh picks up the yellow. And will have to sit for the next 2. So 2 minutes for a Walsh after the yellow. And just 2:52 remaining in the game. Looks like they'll put Ryan back out there on the draw for the Crusaders. Toy remains there for the Bears. That's right. So with the card, while the shot was being fired by Concilio, no draw. It goes right to the Crusaders. So Laura Ryan will have it at midfield. Ryan trying to get around Bunting. She does. And a late foul and a card. Oh, boy. That's about as late a whistle as you'll see, and about as ticky-tack as you'll get for a yellow. So the Bears now down 2 players, 2 key players, and Walsh and Bunting. With 2:45 to go. Also keep in mind, Megan O'Brien out of the game as well for the Bears. So down a defender and 2 players out with cards. Crusaders looking for the equalizer. Roddy having to get aggressive as well from inside the crease. Quick stick shot is wide, and it's going to be backed up by Ryan. He's trying for the one-timer. That time was Padalita, a sophomore out of Alexandria, Virginia. Russert closed down by 2 Bears. Here's Smith beginning her run against Abona. Abona forces her back out. Ryan. And before the shot, shooting space violation against the Bears. So it'll be a free position here for Ryan. Ryan already with 2 goals today. 6 goals, 3 assists in 2 games last week, earning her Patriot League Player of the Week honors. Decides to pass it off and able to deposit it past Roddy. Padalita coming from Roddy's right, and we are all tied up at 10. So Padalita's 4th of the season, 2nd of the day. Late in this one, 28-03. So the Bears see their 3-goal lead evaporate in about 2 minutes or so. Again, the Bears were down 2 players. So the Bears get one back. Walsh returns. Bunting still remains out with the yellow. And this time there should be a draw. Oh, how quickly things have turned here for the Bears. They were up 10-7 with about 3.5 minutes to go. Holy Cross striking for 3 quick goals. Key draw. And Toy had it, and DeBona had it as well. Finally runs away with it. Got hit by about 4 players, nothing. And the Bears can't even hold on to it here. They turn it back over, but Bears certainly have a case. It certainly looked like DeBona had been hacked at by about 3 different Crusaders while controlling the draw. Timeout on the field. We'll take one too with 94 seconds left here. You're watching Brown Women's Lacrosse on Brown Bears TV and the Ivy League Digital Network.
I'd like a Coke Zero, please.
Coke Zero, huh?
Real Coke taste and 0 calories. 2 amazing things combining to make one super amazing thing. If they can do that, then anything is possible. Let's have a waiter who tells us the specials and gives us game updates.
Tonight, gentlemen, we have the New York Strip, and the point guard hits a deep last-second 3 to win the game.
How about a hostess who takes you to your seat and drives you home?
Hi, you ready to go?
Anywhere.
Coke Zero. Enjoy everything.
Academy Bus, the Northeast leader in ground transportation services, is proud to sponsor Brown University athletics. Like the many student athletes at this historic Ivy League institution, they strive for excellence with every move they make. Their charter bus service now stretches from Boston to Washington, D.C. and includes modern Wi-Fi internet-equipped motor coaches with the most professional drivers in the industry. To learn more about their services, call 401-828-4100. Visit them online at academybus.com or search for them on Facebook. Academy Bus, the Northeast leader in ground transportation services.
Does your bank treat you like you own the place? If not, maybe it's time to bank at Dexter Credit Union. Our amazing customer service will make you feel like an owner, which technically you would be. Besides great service, we offer an extensive range of consumer and business banking products, 24/7 online access, and solid financial stability. Treat yourself to better banking today. Start at dextercu.org or call 401-724-6200. Member NCUA, Equal Opportunity.
So here we go, final 94 seconds. And dare we say regulation, all knotted up at 10, Bears and Crusaders. 49 seconds left in the yellow card penalty to Abby Bunting. So the Bears still down a player. Holy Cross on the attack after a turnover by the Bears, in which Alyssa DeBona looked to have been fouled, but play did continue. Padalita got 2 in the final couple of minutes here. Smith now. And Roddy coming out of the net for the turnover. Kelly Roddy, what a play. Now races it up ahead, looking for an outlet. Roddy across midfield, taking it all the way into the attacking third. Puts it down, gets it over to Hudgens. And Hudgens is promptly fouled by Agostinelli. What a play by Kelly Roddy. So the Bears now with a chance to go ahead here in the final minute. Hudgens. Rep now joining the attack. Bears back to even strength. As Bunting heads back onto the field now, 30 seconds to go. Rep. Over for Hudgens. Hudgens trying to race in. Through the 12, backed out by a double team. 15 seconds. Hudgens gets around the double team. Dodges past another. The shot to score! Marissa Hudgens taking it all in by herself with just 10.6 seconds. May have just given the Bears their 4th victory of the season. What an individual effort that time by Marissa Hudgens. 29:50 of the second half. Second goal of the game, 8th of the season. Outracing 3 Holy Cross defenders on the play, and then able to beat Katie Boyle for what could be the game winner. Comes down to this draw now for Holy Cross. Giorgio and Toy. As the Bears make one last little change, putting Walsh back defensively and Bunting up top. And again, you go back to that play by Kelly Roddy, causing the turnover, bringing it all the way up the field into the attacking third. May have saved the day for the Bears. Ball placed up towards the Brown end. Still loose. Walsh will scoop it up. Drops it back, and that should just about do it. Corellis holds on, and time runs out. The Bears escape with an 11-10 victory here at home. It improved to 4-1 on the season. Holy Cross, another tough loss. They dropped to 1-6 on the short year thus far. So the Bears pick up some momentum and a victory as they head into a key contest against Yale on Saturday afternoon.